Hey y'all, I'm down in the basement getting ready to put these away, so I thought I'd do just a quick video, go around them one by one before I put them away. Had a lot of fun with these years and years ago making them. Used to absolutely love making these. These are from my church. We used to do the AWANA Grand Prix, similar to the uh, Cub Scouts Pinewood Derby stuff. Bodies are just very slightly different, and wheels and axles are a little different. But so this was the very first one I ever built right here, and it is the Larry Mobile from the VeggieTale cartoons. It didn't do very well. Plungers for the wheels, Larry Boy driving, got the LB on there, threw some weight in the bottom, blew the tires in. You can see they're just kind of stuck in there. That's how old I was when I built that one. That was the number I always chose, was my age. So that particular car literally barely made it across the finish line. I think I actually bombed out, did very poorly for about 3 years, and I got tired of it. So I got online one day and did a quick Google search, how to make Pinewood Derbies go fast, Pinewood Derby tricks, how to make a AWANA Grand Prix car go fast, and I stumbled across a website called MaximumVelocity.com. Maximum-velocity.com. Go there. I went there and I downloaded a Speed Tricks book, and I proceeded to go step by step through that book, reading and understanding everything that was in there. Ordered all the tools and material I needed from them, and commenced to making this particular white car here, which is the one I built the very next year. So to highlight that, I carved out the body. You can see where I put the weights in the back here. But I painted it up kind of like a lightning. You can see the lightning on the top. Okay. I named it Storm. Guess how old I was. And there's some weights in the bottom. Had to drill out some to get it under that 5-ounce weight limit. Narrowed up the wheels. You can see I narrowed the wheels. Did all the tricks and stuff in there for the wheels and the axles to make this thing go fast. Tried to get the balance point just right. And that particular year, I annihilated my competition. Oh, it was sweetness. It was great. The next one I built, I think, might have been this one here. Turkey box call, because I love turkey hunting, and I thought I could do it. I don't remember. Yeah, I wasn't 99 years old, and I'm not 66 yet, so somebody must have had my number and I just grabbed something, but I just hollowed it out. I sliced a thin layer off the top of the block of wood, created the top, and you can see the top itself is kind of got a bevel shape to it. Maybe you can see it a little better here. There we go. Top's got an actual bevel to it. I put it on the tabletop belt sander and beveled that. Hollowed the box out with the router. Attached the lid to the box with just a screw here that I had. Nut on the bottom. I didn't do a whole lot to the wheels. I don't remember where in order of timeline this one came from, but it's nothing special. I think I just did it to see if I could do it, and it did. Let's see. This one is actually number 22. That was actually a Cub Scout car that I did with my son. He did his own and I did one when he was in the Cub Scouts years ago. Put these, this is pretty cool, 44 mag empty casings on there. You can see it's been shot, fired, the primer's been dimpled. So I took empty brass. I'm trying to do this one-handed here, but you can see that. I put a bullet back in there. Okay. There we go. So you can see that it's not a live round. And I put weights inside of there to get it up to the weight that I needed, stuff those back in it. Now with the Pinewood Derbies and the Cub Scouts, you can't use oil, so I had to use Some really good high quality graphite on the wheels. That one doesn't touch because that's the way I built it, but it did very well. This is the fastest one I think I ever built. I don't know what it's called. I think we called it the Vaccinator. That was a design car from Maximum Velocity. They designed some of them, give them names. But anyway, this here is a 2.5 ounce, I think, or 3 ounce tungsten weight. Then I did all the tricks and bells and whistles to the wheels. I didn't narrow up the wheels on this one, but it did very well. Also, must have been 45 when I did that. That tape on the bottom, that's holding in some weights underneath it. This tape here is actually a lead tape. I don't remember where I got that. And then, let's just bypass the train here real quick. Those are my favorites, so I'll save them for last. This one I did a couple years, I think, after I was 41. It's a coffin, the old toe pincher style. The lid is actually made out of that aromatic cedar. I just threw a quick coat of poly on it, threw the cross on there, put some hinges on it. The inside is lined with some fabric, I don't remember what it is, but I put all my weights at the head up here. They're not in there now, I took them all out because tungsten weights are expensive, but kind of made it look like a pillow. Went to the hobby craft store, necklace area, bought some jewelry stuff for, you know, these handles here. Put them on there, but you can see I carved out for the hubs, for the wheels. Yeah, thinned up the wheels a little bit, got it some speed. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I like that one. This being I had to switch it around. I wanted it to go head first, but we had to go toe first down the track for some reason. Maybe, no, that's the way I designed it actually, because the weights are up here, so you want the weight back there. But anyway, I put this sticker on the bottom. Ashes to ashes, eat my dust. And then a couple years later, maybe, I built this train. There it is right there, so 43. This one I did quite a bit too. Cut the bottom off the block of wood to get the base down here. I bought a 1-inch dowel. Put it's just a button right here on the front. I countersunk a hole, drilled that in there. Put that button on there. There's 2 more on the very top there. Those are just for like when you're drilling a hole and you want to recess a screw, you can put those plugs in there to hide the screw on furniture or whatever you're doing, but that worked out real well. Another 45 caliber bullet. I think that's 45. That's got to be something smaller. That looks like a 357 maybe. I'm just looking at it here, comparing it to the 45 for 44 shells over next door there on the other car I had. And then I took some copper wire and did all of these bending here. Put those in just to give it some pipe look. Something. The front tires roll, the back tires roll. The middle tires on both sides, they do not roll at all. I narrowed them up just to reduce weight, and I flattened them so they would not touch the track. And the bell, yeah, you know, as far as a cheap bell works, it used to work, but then you can see I hollowed out the inside of that. Put all the weights inside of there. I just laid them in there. Took them out when I was done. Didn't need them inside there anymore. But each one of them 4 corner posts I had to cut out separately and patch in there. Glue the lid on top. It's kind of dusty, but you know, whatever. All the copper and brass is tarnished. And then I think a couple years later is when I actually built the Caboose. The Caboose. That's one I really liked. That's a lot of fun. Why am I filming this vertically? I don't know. But the tires on this one, it says basic block. I think I had to use extra blocks to create this one to get all the extra wood that I needed. But I put some stickers on it after I painted it. AWANA Railway, Bound for Glory. The other side, AWANA Railway, Get on board, little children. You know that song. Everybody knows them. And I'm not going to sing them for you. Sorry. Made them look like steel wheels. Highlighted the wheels with some silver paint. AWANA Grand Prix. Now that is one of my steps right there. That was supposed to be on the bottom, but it fell off. Just like these are here. Those are just attached with some glue. 47, hey, imagine that. Put the little stickers on there for the music. Smokestack in the back. This is all brass tubing that you buy at a hobby craft store. Straight tube, and I bought a bender for it. Soldered it all together. Created the windows and the doors just out of some paper and painted them. The guardrails down here are all created. I made those. Bent them up and soldered the center post in there. Pre-drilled the holes and glued them in there. That one looks a little better, I guess. But anyway, you can see on the wheels, actually, it might be hard to actually see. See if I can get a shot of it. But I actually, on the silver part, I sanded those down and left the black part on the inner portion is higher for a couple of reasons. Just less resistance rolling down the track, although I didn't really care about speed. It's just mostly for looks. Yep, that's about it on that one. Put a really nice paint job on it. It turned out real well. I was real happy. But always wanted to build the coal car to go between them, and just never got around to it. And then it's fallen apart, but I actually, for display, when I did the Caboose, I bought these 2 pieces of square stock steel. Took a whole bunch of tongue depressors and stained them. Glued them on there, equally spaced out perfectly, so the Caboose would sit on the rails and the engine would actually sit in front of it, just for display purposes, but it's all falling apart because that glue didn't hold very well. But anyway, the evolution of the AWANA Grand Prix car by Ken Temple. From barely finishing to annihilation to just see what you can do. All out speed on that one and this one. Although the blue one again is a AWANA Grand Prix. The black one was for Pinewood Derby. And then these were just for me. And I really enjoyed the coffin too. That was pretty cool. So there you have it. That's all my cool stuff. Can't get them all in one shot really, but there you go. So hopefully you enjoy the video. Show the kiddos. Show them what you can do with them. Have a lot of fun.